Welcome back to Time for Gardening. Have you ever looked at a cramped corner of your backyard and wished for a bit of that classic, cozy magic? Well, you're in the right place. Today, we're breathing new life into forgotten treasures. I'm showing you 20 incredible ways to turn weathered, old doors into stunning trellises that bring instant cottage charm to your entryway. Whether you're a DIY enthusiast or just looking for some backyard inspiration, you won't want to miss a single one of these ideas, especially the Moonlight concept at number 15. Stick around until the very end, because we're turning junk into the absolute jewel of your garden. Imagine walking through a gate that feels like it's been whispering secrets for decades. A distressed white door with its paint gently peeling to reveal the stories of the wood beneath provides the perfect skeletal support for the lush, heavy blooms of David Austin roses. This isn't just a trellis. It's a romantic statement that anchors your garden in a sense of history and timelessness. As these roses climb and weave through the old panels, they soften the hard edges of the reclaimed wood, creating a sensory experience that begins the moment you step near. The scent of the petals mingles with the earthy aroma of the garden, turning a simple entryway into a grand, fragrant invitation that feels both grand and incredibly intimate. In a compact cottage garden, space is often our biggest challenge, but a pair of mirrored French doors can act as a clever magician's trick. By replacing the old glass with mirrors, you aren't just supporting your climbing clematis, you're literally doubling the visual depth of your sanctuary. It creates a window into a reflected world where your favorite flowers bloom twice as often. This illusion works wonders when the sunlight hits just right, bouncing light into those shaded corners that usually feel a bit cramped. As the vines begin to frame the mirrors, the boundary between the real garden and the reflection blurs, leaving your guests wondering where the path truly ends and the magic begins. There is something uniquely nostalgic about the light slap of a screen door on a summer afternoon, and bringing that into the garden adds an instant layer of farmhouse charm. The fine mesh of a vintage screen door is a dream for the delicate, searching tendrils of sweet peas. They find easy purchase on the wire, quickly turning a flat surface into a vertical tapestry of pastel petals. Beyond the aesthetics, the screen provides a semi-transparent backdrop that allows light to filter through, keeping the space feeling airy rather than closed off. It's a perfect way to divide garden rooms, without losing the sightlines that make a small garden feel cohesive and connected to the home. Sometimes the best way to make a garden pop is to lean into a bold, intentional color choice. A door painted in a vibrant periwinkle or coastal blue serves as a stunning anchor that contrasts beautifully against the deep, waxy greens of ivy or the pure white of climbing jasmine. It's a color that feels like a clear summer sky, even on the gloomiest of overcast days. Because this color is so distinct, it draws the eye upward, making the vertical height of your trellis feel even more significant. It's a confident design choice that tells your neighbors that while your garden might be small, your personality is anything but, providing a cheerful focal point that stays bright through every season. If you're lucky enough to find a door with its original stained glass intact, you have the opportunity to create a living kaleidoscope. Positioned where it can catch the morning or late afternoon sun, the glass casts vibrant, dancing shadows across your mulch and pathways. It's a way to introduce color to your garden, even before the first spring bulb has dared to peek through the soil. As your climbing plants begin to mature, they naturally frame the glass, turning the trellis into a piece of fine art that changes with the light. This setup transforms your entryway into a meditative space where the interplay of light, glass, and greenery creates a peaceful, cathedral-like atmosphere in the heart of your backyard. For the gardener who loves to cook, every square inch of space is an opportunity for flavor, and the herb pocket door is the ultimate marriage of form and function. By attaching galvanized buckets or terracotta pots directly to the door panels, you turn a flat trellis into a productive vertical farm. It's the perfect solution for keeping basil, thyme, and rosemary within arm's reach of the kitchen. The beauty of this setup lies in its versatility. You can rotate your herbs based on the season or the sun's position. Transitioning from the woody texture of the door to the soft, fragrant leaves of the herbs creates a tactile experience that invites you to pinch a leaf and take a sniff every time you pass by, making garden maintenance feel like a culinary adventure. An arched door carries an inherent sense of mystery, suggesting that something wonderful lies just beyond its curve. By setting an old arched door trellis into a hedge or a vine-covered fence, you create the feeling of a portal to another world. It breaks up the monotony of a straight garden line and adds an architectural element that feels both ancient and intentional. This structure works best when you allow aggressive climbers like honeysuckle to completely envelop the top of the arch. As you walk through, you're momentarily surrounded by the plant's fragrance and the rustic embrace of the wood, providing that secret garden moment that every cottage garden enthusiast dreams of. When you want a look that feels a bit more European estate than rustic farmhouse, look for a door with a decorative wrought iron insert. By removing the solid wooden panels, you're left with a sturdy, ornate skeleton that can handle the weight of even the most ambitious wisteria. The iron adds a touch of elegance and strength that balances the organic chaos of a growing vine. The transition from the solid wood frame to the intricate metal scrollwork creates a beautiful play of shadows on the ground. It's a sophisticated way to add structure to your entryway, ensuring that even in the dead of winter when the leaves are gone, your garden still has a striking sculptural silhouette. There is a quiet joy in the idea of a garden that receives you, and adding an antique brass mailbox to your door trellis emphasizes that welcoming spirit. It's a whimsical touch that serves as both a conversation starter and a practical storage spot. You can tuck your garden gloves or a favorite pair of snips inside, keeping them dry and ready for a quick afternoon of deadheading. As the vines, perhaps a delicate clematis, start to wind around the tarnished metal of the mailbox, the piece begins to look like it has always been part of the landscape. It grounds the trellis in a sense of home, reminding us that the garden is just another room of the house, waiting for us to come in and stay a while. Gardening is a constant learning process, and a chalkboard panel door trellis lets you wear that education on your sleeve. By using chalkboard paint on the flat panels, you create a space to label your plants, jot down the date you last fertilized, or even write a seasonal quote that inspires you. It's an interactive element that makes your garden feel like a living journal. The dark, matte finish of the chalkboard provides a high-contrast background that makes the vibrant greens of your climbing plants look even more lush. It's a playful modern twist on the cottage aesthetic that keeps your garden organized while adding a touch of schoolhouse charm to your outdoor space. If your cottage garden leans more toward the farmhouse side of the spectrum, a reclaimed barn door offers a scale and presence that few other trellises can match. Its wide, sturdy surface is perfect for sprawling climbers like Jasmine, which can spread out and cover the wood in a blanket of white stars. The heavy iron hardware adds an industrial grit that perfectly offsets the softness of the blooms. This look is all about texture, the rough-hewn grain of the wood, the rusted bolts, and the delicate vines working together in harmony. It serves as a fantastic privacy screen for a small patio, providing a sense of enclosure and security that makes your compact garden feel like a private sanctuary. A great garden design is often found in the details, and keeping the original hardware on your door trellis is a wonderful way to honor its past life. Antique glass or brass doorknobs aren't just decorative, they are perfectly positioned hooks for your garden essentials. Hanging a worn sun hat or a linen apron on a vintage knob adds a lived-in feel that is quintessential to the cottagecore look. Beyond the utility, these small accents catch the light in unexpected ways, glinting through the foliage of your climbing roses. It's a subtle reminder of the door's former life inside a home, creating a bridge between the comfort of the indoors and the wild beauty of the outdoor. For those tricky corner spots where a single trellis feels a bit lost, joining two doors at an angle creates a self-standing V-shape arbor with real architectural impact. This configuration provides a sense of depth and three-dimensionality that a flat trellis simply can't offer. It creates a cozy nook that is perfect for a small bench or a collection of potted plants. As you train your plants to meet at the top of the V, you create a lush canopy that feels like a natural umbrella. This setup is particularly effective in American suburban lots where you might be trying to create a sense of privacy from a neighbor's yard while still maintaining a beautiful view from your own porch. Why settle for just a trellis when you can have a full vertical garden? By mounting a deep wooden window box at the waist of the door, you create a layered planting opportunity. You can have climbing vines reaching for the top of the door while trailing lobelia or petunias spill downwards from the box, creating a waterfall of color that covers the entire structure. This design is a masterclass in maximizing vertical space. The transition from the upright growth of the vines to the cascading flowers in the box adds a dynamic movement to your garden, ensuring that there is something interesting to look at every eye level. For a garden that truly comes alive after the sun goes down, consider painting your door trellis a deep, sophisticated midnight navy. This dark backdrop acts as the perfect stage for moonflowers or white climbing roses. In the twilight, the dark wood disappears into the shadows, leaving the white blooms to glow as if they were floating in midair. The contrast isn't just for the nighttime, though. During the day, the navy provides a cool, calming anchor that makes every shade of green look more intense. It's a moody, elegant take on the cottage garden that feels deeply personal and just a little bit magical. Sometimes a single door can look a bit lonely against a long fence, but flanking it with a pair of old window shutters creates a much more substantial architectural feature. These wings expand the trellis's footprint, allowing you to grow a wider variety of plants and creating a grander sense of entry for your garden path. The shutters add a rhythmic, slatted texture that complements the solid lines of the door. As your sweet peas or ivy begin to fill in the gaps between the slats, the entire assembly starts to look like a vintage garden wall that has been there for generations, providing a rich, layered backdrop for your perennial bed. A garden isn't just for plants. It's a sanctuary for wildlife, and your door trellis can play a key role in that. By mounting several small, mismatched birdhouses at various heights, you turn your trellis into a high-rise for local songbirds. It adds a sense of life and movement to the garden that goes beyond the rustle of the leaves. The sight of birds darting in and out of the houses amidst the climbing jasmine is pure cottage magic. It encourages you to slow down, grab a cup of tea, and simply watch the activity, turning your garden entryway into a hub of natural energy and song. If you're working with particularly aggressive climbers like honeysuckle or trumpet vine, you need a trellis that offers maximum grip. Replacing the solid panels of an old door with crisscross wood lattice provides the perfect solution. It maintains the iconic door silhouette, while offering a much more functional surface for thirsty vines to latch onto. This design offers a beautiful balance of light and shadow, as the lattice allows glimpses of what lies behind the door. It creates a semi-private screen that blocks the wind and prying eyes without feeling like a solid wall, keeping your compact garden feeling breezy and open. cottage garden is a living thing that changes every month, and your trellis should reflect that. By treating your door trellis as a seasonal canvas, you can hang a rotating series of foraged wreaths, evergreens in the winter, dried wheat in the fall, and fresh peonies in the spring. It keeps the entryway feeling fresh and relevant no matter what the weather is doing. This approach turns your trellis into a celebration of the passing year. As the plants climbing the door go dormant or bloom, the wreath provides a constant, intentional focal point that ties the whole garden together, making your compact space feel curated and deeply loved. For a look that bridges the gap between vintage cottage and modern organic, try leaving the wood of your door raw and weathered while adding copper wire for the plants to climb. Over time, the copper will develop a beautiful green patina that echoes the leaves of your plants, while the weathered wood provides a warm, silver-gray foundation. The mix of the matte wood and the slightly shimmering metal adds a sophisticated layer of texture. It's a design that celebrates the beauty of aging and the elements, proving that upcycling isn't just about saving money. It's about creating something with a soul that only gets better with time. truly amazing how a simple piece of reclaimed wood can completely transform the vibe of a cottage garden. From mirrored illusions to vertical herb stations, these 20 old door trellises prove that you don't need a massive estate to create a grand, soulful entrance. I hope these ideas inspired you to look at that old door in your garage a little differently. If you enjoyed this trip through the garden, please hit that like button and subscribe to join our growing community of green thumbs. I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 20 styles was your absolute favorite? Drop a comment below and let's chat. Until next time, keep gardening and keep growing.